I'm carrying about 30 pounds of weight in my backpack right now, and 20 of which is kettlebells that I've put in myself. I've been adding weight to my backpack and walking trails for about 2 or 3 miles a day to get in some physical activity and exercise, and I haven't felt this great in a long time. But I've been out here for about 30-40 minutes now. Let's go take a break. I've got some updates and project plans that I want to share with everyone. I also have shifted my focus, and I feel way better now than I ever did in a long time. My shift in focus is going to be all about my audience, so about you. So you are going to be the most important thing about my focus. I'm going to focus on my positive audience, the people who care about my content, care to learn, and care to just enjoy spending time with me. And I'm going to expand on what I mean in a little bit here. Yeah, I've had a lot on my mind, a lot of shifting of my focus. I spent time writing out the things that aren't providing me any value, and then writing things out that do provide me value. And I've prioritized everything. And I plan on celebrating my followers, my supporters. I want to celebrate the people who take time out of their day and spend it with me in my videos. The people that show up every time. The people that show up to my live streams, to my comment sections. I want to celebrate all of you. For a while now, I feel like I've been drowning in this negativity. And what I've done is I've celebrated the negativity by making that negativity exist. And so what I plan on doing is I'm just going to ignore it. It doesn't exist. I don't want to turn into like a toxic positivity type of person, because there is such thing, you know, but I don't want to acknowledge the negativity far too much on my channel anymore, because it is, like many people saying, it is giving the negative people power, and I'm taking that power away from them. They don't exist anymore. All the negative people, all the people that hate me for some reason, they don't exist anymore. The only people that exist are my supporters, the people that clock in and watch my videos, the people that provide me with support and provide me with like feedback, and even support in the sense that like I'm learning from them, right? I've learned a lot from my supporters, and I want to celebrate you. And so I hope that kind of clarifies where I'm at now, because for a long time, for a very long time, I've just been in this rut and I couldn't figure out what to do, but I found out what I can do now. And TikTok like is the problem. The TikTok is incredibly addicting. Their algorithm is freaking amazing. Like, you know, you got to give them props. You know, TikTok knows what they're doing, and they keep you on and scrolling. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I've stopped myself for a week now. I've stopped scrolling through TikTok. I even deleted the app off of like my usual like screen. You know, it's still on my phone, but I have to go through my apps and like find it, you know, in opposed to having a shortcut on my home screen. That was the problem. I had easy access to it, and now it's a little bit more difficult to get access to it. I'm not looking at it as much, and I know that there's no reason to look at it anyways. I'm still reading comments and stuff, but I schedule time for it, and I feel so much more healthier. I feel happier, and the negative comments, they don't exist to me anymore. They just don't. And so I want to urge you, my kind supporters, also to not even acknowledge them either. If you see them on other people's content, or if you see them in my content, they don't exist. Don't interact with them. And that's what I'm going to do also. And so you take power away from them because they don't have a voice anymore. You know, they don't have a voice because they don't see a reaction from you. And that's what a lot of people have said. A lot of people have reached out to me and kind of given me support in a very kind way. You know, there's been people that reach out for support, but they do it in a condescending way. And I don't like to listen to that, you know, because my family dynamic is a particular way. And I don't like certain things. I don't want to get into it. But yeah, I've enjoyed the past week a lot. And I'm going to share with everyone what I've been doing also, and what I have plans on doing. So let's get to our spot and set up a small camp and enjoy a snack from Dollar Jerky Club. I am exhausted. The snow is like a good foot or 2 feet high or so, maybe a foot and a half. It's hard to get around, and I don't have a shovel with me. It's gonna be hard to like create a space to sit down here, so I'm just gonna use this right here. I'm gonna drape my tarp over this, and I'm gonna just sit down on this. Yeah. But let's make a quick toggle and paracord line so that way I can hang my backpack up on a tree so it's not on the snow. So let's grab a stick like this. Something like this will work. This right here is my quick deploy ridgeline. I'm going to be talking about this briefly in this video today. But here's my paracord. It's orange and it's really bright. So I want this to be enough to go all the way around the tree. So I think this should be plenty. You see this right here? This is my Leatherman signal. Has this belt clip like that, or like, yeah, so it has this clip, and I just loop it onto my thing here. But here's my knife. It has a serrated section near the bottom, right down here, and so it works well for paracord. And just clip it back on. There you go. Put this away. So here's the stick. All I'm gonna do is fold my paracord like this, and then wrap it around like this and push it through. There you go. So it creates that. I've been watching a lot of Dave Canterbury's videos on like knots and stuff like this, and he knows what these are called. I have a bad like memory when it comes to names of things. I don't remember what this is. I'll put it on the screen if I remember. But yeah, this is gonna go around the tree, and I'm gonna be hanging my backpack off of this toggle. Let's just use this tree right here, right behind it. Oh, that's too big of a tree. Let's just go up here then. Or no, let's go over here. This one will work. This cotton tree that's dead, right here. So, I'm just gonna go around it, just like this. And I'm just going to make a random sort of knot and stuff. Friction will do the trick. And now it's gonna stay up. There you go. And for those who are actually curious and wants to know, this is what I ended up doing. Let me show you. So this is like a quick release. So I just pull this and it's just gonna release like that. But what I did was I wrapped it around like this. It went under, right? So it's around and I went under, sort of like to tie it, like this. And then I go under here. And then this, I put through, and then I cinch this down, like that. I believe it's called like a half hitch or something. And so now, this right here can get pulled and it'll just get undone. But I'm using friction to kind of keep everything together. So there you go. And so my backpack, my loop goes through like this and comes out like this, right? And now I can hang it like that. And it's all because of friction. That looks good, right? So now I have access to everything in the pack. Unzip. All right. Grab my Dollar Jerky Club. It's a nice trail snack. Beef jerky is perfect. High protein. I also have this blanket, this thermal blanket or tarp from Dave Canterbury from the Pathfinder School. He actually sent this to me, I think, a year and a half ago. Or maybe it's been 2 years, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's super cool. It's reflective on one side here. And I'm just gonna drape it over the log here. Just like that. Yeah. That'll be perfect. I can just sit here and eat some jerky. And this will keep my butt from getting wet and cold. I also got some water with me. This is a stainless steel container that's single walled. It could be used to boil water or even make char cloth in it. I plan on making videos on it. So good. Okay. All right, brand new Dollar Jerky Club box for the month. This one here is air dried beef. So this is biltong. Dollar Jerky Club finally has biltong. We've got hot and original flavored uncured pastrami jerky. Pastrami. And these two are from Think Jerky. We've got sesame teriyaki and sweet chipotle. Yeah, this is a perfect trail snack. I love this. This right here is actually called shiitake air-dried beef. Minimal snacks, whole muscle beef, red wine vinegar, shiitake extract, and salt. They talk about less is more. Let's take a look at it. Oh, wow. This looks and reminds me of my own biltong that I've made myself. Yeah, look at that. This looks great. Wow. This looks literally just like the biltong that I've made. Like it's dry, it's dark like this. It looks amazing. but let's give it a try. Oh wow, this is so good. I am getting that shiitake mushroom aroma and flavor, that really earthiness from a mushroom. It's salty. You can taste that it's not like salt really. It tastes almost like soy sauce. I'm not sure if they have that. Yeah, they didn't add soy sauce. It was just salt. I think it's probably the red wine and vinegar that they are, that is like kind of making it taste like soy sauce. Wow. So yeah, they are saying that their snack is inspired by traditional South African air-dried jerky called biltong. And you got all these pieces that are fatty too. There's like cuts of fat on it. Yeah, this is so good. I'm gonna look into this company, Minimal Snacks. I'm gonna see if I can get more of this. I'm gonna just go buy myself some. Dollar Jerky Club did a good job this time. I really like this a lot. This is my favorite so far, and I've only tried one so far. Yeah, I like this. I don't know if the others are gonna top it. All right. So we've got this is from Peak Jerky. You've got the hot and original flavored one. These are the uncured pastrami. Let's try both of them at once. Ooh, very nice. I like this a lot. It has more of a dry sort of texture and look to it. It looks dry, and I like that. You know, it's not moist and full of sugar. It doesn't, at least this doesn't look like it. But let's see. So this is the hot flavored pastrami one. Oh wow. The exhale like tastes and smells just like pastrami. And like all the spices that you get from pastrami. This is really good. Yeah, that's really, really good. It definitely has a uniqueness to it that other jerky doesn't have. Like this is very, very unique. It doesn't like simply taste just like any other beef jerky that you have. Like I like this selection because like you have the biltong so far, and this is like a pastrami like beef jerky. It's good. I like it. But it wasn't really spicy though. It says that it's hot, but you don't really get a whole lot of that. And the original flavored one tastes about the same, but it doesn't have that sort of smoky spiciness, I guess. I guess the hot flavor is closer to more of like the aroma than the actual heat. Let's go to Think Jerky. I've had jerky from this company before, and I've always enjoyed it. This one right here is called the Sweet Chipotle one. And there's a guy on the back. It says Sweet Chipotle recipe by Chef Matt Truce, farm-to-table expert, a pioneer of the farm-to-table movement, and a two-time Bacon Fest champion. Oh, wow. So his Sweet Chipotle is probably going to be good. Ooh, it looks good. Take a look at that. So this is also dry. It looks dry and pretty like tough. I like it like this. All right. Ooh. Immediately, like this is completely different from the other two. Oh, wow. I enjoy this a lot. This is sweet.
It's sweet, but it's not like sugary sweet. This is sort of like just right. Wow, I really enjoyed this. This is excellent. In the mouth, excuse me, my mouth is watering so much because this is so good. It has a smokiness from like the chipotle peppers, I believe. It has a really subtle like spiciness. It sort of like warms the back of your tongue. And the sweetness just explodes. It makes your mouth water. Like the sweetness, but it's not too sweet or anything. It's like a very subtle sweetness. It's not like sugary sweet like a lot of like other beef jerky out there, you know, like the mainstream beef jerky, like Jack's Links. Like Jack's Links is just too sugary sweet for me. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. This though, this felt natural. It felt really, really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Holy crap. That's probably going to have to be my favorite now. Like that right there. Yeah, Chef Matt Troost. He's pretty good. Sweet Chipotle. This is my favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is going to be like number 1. And then number 2 would probably have to be the biltong that I had. All right, let's try this one. This one here is from Think Jerky also, but it's sesame teriyaki. It's from this woman called Chef Gail Gand. James Beard Award winner. Is a Michelin star chef and 2-time James Beard Award winner. Oh wow. Okay. Ooh. You've got some real nice cuts here. Ooh, immediately you can smell like the ginger and sesame in this thing. Like, look at that. You can see the sesame. And it's cut up into like nice square. Ooh, ooh, dropped it in the snow. We're still good. We're still good. The snow is fine. No problem eating snow. So yeah, cut up into pieces like that. All right, let's give this a try. Good. It has this subtle sweetness also, just like the other one. It's not like caramelized sweet to the point where it's just like candy. It's just like enough to get your like mouth to water. You got this sesame teriyaki. I'm getting hints of like ginger. I feel like this flavor is too common. A lot of like sesame teriyaki flavors anywhere you go in any sort of like category of food, like whether it's like sesame teriyaki chicken or beef jerky or just some other dish, this flavor is far too familiar. So like, although this is very good, like I still think this is really good, but it's far too familiar to me to where it feels like it's too common, but it's still good, you know? But I feel like it's too common and it doesn't set itself apart enough to really pop, but it's good. Amazing. I really enjoy this. Holy crap. I might just go and buy myself a bag. Sweet Chipotle's, where is that? Yep. So if you don't know by now, this is Dollar Jerky Club. They're a monthly subscription box for beef jerky. And I've been working with them for maybe half a year now. And I've enjoyed all of the boxes that they've given me. Like, even though like the caramelized like bacon jerky that they gave me was really sweet also, I still like those, you know? Those were really good. It was like eating meat candy. The box from last time with like the elk and crocodile and all of that was really cool also, you know? And so like this one here, this is the January box. And so far, they've given me some bangers. I've enjoyed this a lot. So thank you very much. So link in bio for the Dollar Jerky Club. Use my code Clueless for, I think it's like 20% off or something like that. It'll be for your very first box. And yeah, it's a monthly subscription box and it's been really cool to get like jerky every month. All right, so let's move on. I am sitting here and I am kind of getting cold, but I'm not entirely sure if I really want to like get a fire going or not. I don't have a whole ton of time, I think. Let me see. Oh yeah, I don't have much time at all. It's 4:17. The sun's gonna set in like 20 minutes. Okay, never mind the fire. We're not doing a fire. See, I really do have weights in my backpack. This is 20 pounds total right here. 10-pound kettlebell, 10-pound kettlebell. And then I have about like 10 more pounds worth of gear that I'm carrying around too. And the reason for that is, one, because I want to focus on my physical fitness and physical health. So like my physical health is tied to my mental health, and I want to improve my mental health also. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing that. The other reason why I'm doing that is because I'm kind of preparing myself for Dave Canterbury's Bushcraft Survival Basics course. I don't know if I'm really gonna do it. Because it is going to cost a bit of money and then time, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna get there and stuff. And it seems a little complicated, but I'm still trying to kind of get past that and actually just go and do it, you know, because I know it's gonna be a crazy cool and amazing experience. But what I have done is I've been spending time reading like reviews on the course, and then also spending time watching videos of people reviewing the course, and then going through all of Dave Canterbury's videos and finding like training videos on the course also. So like he doesn't necessarily reveal everything that goes on in the course because there's like certain deliverables, there are certain tasks and stuff that you need to do, and then sure, there's going to be like spontaneous information that he's just gonna pull out of his head as he's doing it, I'm sure, and it's just gonna be like valuable information just being with him, you know, and his teachers that are going to be there also. Like I've spent time, like a lot of time, watching these review videos, and then there's some people that reveal a little bit too much. You know, they reveal like some course activities, some things that you do within the course, but Dave Canterbury also like tells us like what is in the course too in some of his videos. So like for example, this right here. So this right here is called a quick deploy ridgeline, and it's something that Sean Kelly from Corporal's Corner and Dave Canterbury, Self-Reliance Outfitters, talks about on their channels quite often. This is a quick deploy ridgeline for a tarp setup, and so let me show you real briefly how it's kind of set up. I'm not gonna actually set up my tarp, but like, take a look at this, right? I've got a bowline knot right here, or a bowline knot. I got 2 prusik loops right here. And all you need to do is hold it like this, and then it just gets undone like this, right? And it doesn't tangle, it's not tangled, and it's so cool. You just go like this, and there you go, there you have it. All right, and so on this side right here, where the bowline knot is, you pull the prusik loops down, and then this right here goes around a tree, and then you take a bite out of the line here, you stick a toggle in the middle, and then you just cinch it down, and it tightens against the tree. These right here, the prusik loops, they stay on tight when you pull it this way or this way, but you have the ability to move them around on the line. But what you would do is, like, here's the tarp, right? You would take the prusik loop, put it through, and then now you just stick a toggle here, and then it stays like that. You just stick a piece of stick here, and you're good to go. And then you can tighten the tarp down by pushing it over, and then it just tightens. You can do that on both sides. And on the opposite end, you wrap this around the tree, and then you create what's called a trucker's hitch, and you tie it down. And I've showed that in a different video. Just click up here, one of the corners here, and you can watch that video where I set up like my tarp and everything with Andrew, and I show you a trucker's hitch. But I will actually be making a more dedicated video on how to get this ridge line set up. It's pretty simple, and I really love this system. And like, it's easy to like put it away, so I just put it in between my fingers like this, and I make a figure 8 on my hand like this. So over the pinky, over the thumb, over the pinky, over the thumb, and then you just keep going like this. And the coolest thing about this is the fact that you tie everything up like this with a figure 8 like this, and it doesn't get tangled up at the end. And I've always had that problem with tying things up in the past. So once you have about like an arm's length worth of line left, I grab a hold of it like this, and I just start wrapping it down. Dave Canterbury says not to wrap it too tight, but I haven't had a problem wrapping it too tight. Like, I'm wrapping it really tight right now. Really tight and really neat. See, it's real tight and real neat. And right here, just put my thumb here, wrap this around, and then I just push it through like this, and then I just cinch it down. And then you have that. So yeah, there you go. And now it's ready to deploy again by just pulling on this, and it just gets unraveled, and it's the coolest system ever. I absolutely love this. And I have one more thing that I want to add to it. It's like a new toggle thing right here at the end, but I still need to figure out how I'm going to tie it down, and I'm going to show everyone. It's really cool. And so this is something that you learn in the basic survival class in Dave Canterbury's school. It's a $500 class, I believe, and there's several different dates throughout the year. And one thing that was like really big in the course from all the reviews and stuff like that, and even on his website, he says that it's a very somewhat physically demanding course where you will be carrying between 30 to 50 pounds and be walking about like a couple of miles, or like I think it's like 3 to 5 kilometers or something. I don't know what kilometers is to miles, but it's something like that. And so you'll be walking up and down different types of terrain and through different types of brush. And he even says to train ahead of time, like about a month or so, and put weights in your backpack and travel around to kind of train your body for the course. And I'm just doing it because like it's something healthy to do, you know, but I am doing it in preparation for it too, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking the course. At least not yet. I'm not sure yet. But I do have every single item that is required for the course. On his website, he tells you to bring the 10 C's of survival. And he actually tells you exactly what to bring and tells you not to deviate from it, because when you're learning like land navigation or something, the Sunto MC2 is the compass that he uses and he uses to teach with, is something that you should get too. And it's expensive. It's like $70 for a freaking compass. And he said, buy it once, cry once. And I laughed at that. I was like, you know what? That makes sense. You know, it's a good compass. It's reliable. You know, buy it once, cry once, you know, use it forever. And so I bought it. I have a compass now, and I've been trying to learn how to use it. It's very confusing, but I think I kind of understand it now. It's best to actually like go outside and like play around with it and use it and test it out and see if what you're learning can be applied in real life and actually like take a bearing, you know, and then figure out where you can go and how you're supposed to walk and how to pace everything. I also made pace beads. So yeah, this right here. Yeah, these are called Ranger pace beads or Ranger beads. That's, I believe, what a lot of people call them, like Ranger beads or just pace beads. So there's 9 down here and 4 up here. Each one below is 100 meters, I believe. And so you have to calculate what your pace is, your personal pace is. But on average, if you're walking a straight plane, on average it's about 64, 65 paces, which is every time 1 foot touches the ground, you count. So like if you step on your right foot, that's 1, and you keep walking, and the next time you step on your right foot, you count 2, then 3, and so that way you're not counting each and every step. Every time you hit 65 like paces, you put 1 down, and you just keep going, you know, and you keep counting, and then up here means it's 1,000 paces, I believe. Yeah, so up here that's 1,000 paces, or not paces, but 1,000 meters. Yeah, and so I'm still getting the hang of this. You know, I've never like done any like pace counting and stuff like that, but I'm learning, and so I'm going to like make some videos on what I'm learning about also. So it's been exciting, and this container right here, or this water bottle, is an item that's on the list too. You're supposed to have 2 of these plus the cup, and that's why I have this now. I held off on buying this for a very long time now. I've always wanted this, but because of the course and like the course gear that you need to get, like this is on the list, so I ended up getting it. And because this is single walled, you can use this to char material, and I plan on making a video on doing that. I think that's actually one thing that you're supposed to do in the course also, to make charred material with this, because you're required to bring 2 of these. What else? So let's wrap around to the start of the video again, when I was talking about my focus. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, new audiobooks. I've been listening to old audiobooks that I've enjoyed in the past. So like I've mentioned before in the past, the No Complaining Rule, that book right there is one of my favorite books. I've learned a lot from it. And the No Complaining Rule is always a good sort of refreshing reminder to take my complaints and take my problems and find solutions to them. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. And I've lost track of that. The whole no complaining rule, I love it. I love that book. I love the idea of the no complaining rule, and I preach it so much, and I tell everyone about it. And I hope that people are listening and people like understand how passionate I am about it. And I want you to go buy the book or just buy the audiobook. I'll leave links in my description or my bio or whatever. Go get that book and listen to it. It's a great book. Most of it is just a story. It sounds like it's just a normal story about a woman with some problems, and then she encounters the no complaining rule, and then she implements it into her business that she works for. 80% of the book is just a story about her, and then 20% is the no complaining rule. But it's real short. It's like a 2-hour book, you know, if you read it. The audiobook is pretty short also, so give it a shot. I think you will find lots of value in that book. I have the book and the audiobook. And another book that I always listen to is called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. It's mostly a business related book, but like a lot of it like ties into like just everyday life type stuff also. And I've always enjoyed reading and listening to his audiobook. I went through all of that again. It kind of reignited my motivation. And then I recently listened to this new audiobook on Audible. Let's see here. This is all not sponsored, by the way. Let's see here. Audible. my library. So the new book, it's like a Audible original and it's exclusive. It's called The 6 Habits of Growth by Brendan Burchard, and narrated by him also. It's about 4 or 5 hours long or so, and it's great. It's a great motivator. He talks about motivation. He talks about a bunch of stuff. Here, let me pull up the chapters actually. Motivation is the first chapter after the introduction. Then you've got focus, confidence, energy, purpose, and leadership. I didn't really care a whole ton about purpose and leadership. They did resonate with me, some points of it, but it seemed like he was just dragging things on a little too long. I didn't really care that much about those 2 chapters, but motivation, focus, confidence, and energy. Yeah, those chapters in the beginning were excellent. I loved them. And so I'm going to continue listening to them day in, day out. And I have shifted my focus. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to continue making videos for the people that care to watch, the people that care to listen, and the ones who show up for me. And so I want to celebrate those people, and I have an idea. I'm getting really cold, actually. So let me try to finish up and wrap this up quick. Before I went to Vid Summit last year, around in like October or something, or September, I had this idea to bring a sweater and a bunch of markers to kind of break the ice with other content creators and get them to sign their @ So like @ Clueless Bushcraft, you know? But I wanted to like wear the sweater and then get people to write their signature or their name or their channel name and stuff like that on the sweater. And I ended up not doing that because there's other ways to connect with content creators there. I had a better time just going up to random people and talking to them. And then random people came up to talk to me too. And I had a blast at Vid Summit. I learned a lot too. And I didn't need to do that. I felt like it wasn't the right place also to do it. And it was just so too hot there. It was too hot in California. And so I ended up not doing that. And so I have it still though. I brought it, but I didn't use it. But I have that sweater still. And I still have those markers. You know what I want to do? I want to celebrate my biggest followers, my biggest sort of supporters, and by just writing their names down on that sweater, and the people that support me. And so yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to celebrate the people that support me, and so like the haters, they don't exist anymore. I don't want to be, like I said in the beginning, I don't want to turn into the toxic positivity type of guy. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to focus my time and energy and effort and responses and everything towards the people that care about me. Because if people are hating on me, if people like give me crap, they don't deserve my energy. They don't deserve my mental energy or my physical energy that I put towards like all of that. You know, I don't need it anymore. And I was lost for a while. And I've spoken to a few people, my friends, and listening to these audiobooks again and the no complaining rule. Everything kind of went full circle and kind of got back, and I'm grounded again. And I feel great. I'm happy. I'm very happy. The Raven's healthy. I'm trying to get healthy. And yeah, this is going to be a good year. I'm going to work harder, and I'm going to work and serve you. I'm going to serve the people that enjoy my content. That's all there is to it. I just gotta keep making content for the people that like show up and care about my stuff. That is what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. And that's my promise to you. And yeah, I appreciate that you're here watching with me. I know I'm going to be probably doing a live premiere, and this is like a big thank you to everyone that's actually watching during my live premiere. And for those who aren't watching during the live premiere, I appreciate that you even came and clicked on my video in the first place to watch. And if you even watched all the way through to this, like, I appreciate it even more. And so your support means a lot, and I hope that this year brings a lot more opportunities for you and me, you know, and yeah, this is gonna be a fun year. This is gonna be cool. I've got a lot of things planned, so get ready. I'm gonna go home now, I'm cold. So you may or may not have noticed that, like, I'm walking around in really deep snow, and like I'm wearing just basic shoes. These are just basic running shoes, and snow has kind of covered into like the creases and stuff like that, kind of gone into like the shoe and my socks, but my feet are not cold. My feet feel fine and they're not wet because I am wearing what's called seal skins. I'll probably put up like some B-roll footage and show you the sock later, but they're called seal skins, and they're waterproof socks. I have regular socks underneath also, but they keep my socks, or they keep my feet dry. And like, I hate it when snow gets in like the creases, you know, or in between here, or in your heel and all of that, and then it gets really, really cold. And then around your ankles it gets wet and stuff, and it's just so irritating. They're like they're like knee-high socks, and yeah, they're fantastic. I use these to go fishing also when I like go out in the water. But yeah, these are perfect for environments like this. I can kick snow around like this and I'm fine. I'm dry. I did not expect it to get cold like this, it's mainly my core. Like, my core is not warm enough right now. That's why I'm cold. Like, if I had a vest on or something, or if I had my regular jacket on underneath all of this, I would be warmer. All I have is my sweater and this really thin, like, windbreaker. One task in the survival course is to reinforce the tarp also, I think. So this tarp, you're supposed to bring like Gorilla Tape with you, and I believe you reinforce the grommets, and you reinforce like the sides and everything too. And I plan on making a video of myself doing that also. I also want to spend time learning how to get a fire going as fast as I possibly can also. So I might time myself to get a fire going like in 5 minutes or something. Like, I didn't want to do that now because I'm not, like, I can make a fire like now if I really wanted to, but I just don't want to. I'm not prepared mentally to do it right now. And so, like, next time I'll come out here and I'll mentally prepare myself and be like, hey, I need to go get some kindling and get a fire started in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. I'll challenge myself. I'll make videos like that. Because fire is certainly important. It would keep you warm, keep you going for a lot longer. I'd probably be out here a lot longer if I had a fire out here right now. Okay, so this is really simple to take down because I made that sort of like, I believe what's called a half hitch. You just pull on this and it gets undone. And now you just take it down like that, easy. Take this off and we're good. God, so heavy. But yeah, I've been even walking around in my home with all this weight on me too, like the 20 pounds. But I plan on doing this for a while, and then I'm going to add more weight to it. And lately I've been watching what I eat a little bit more too. I've been meal prepping. I've been eating mostly the same thing every day, but I've been pretty lenient. I'm not strict on my diet just yet. I'm just kind of getting started, and I hope to have a fitness journey transformation type thing going on too. So it'll be fun. This is going to be a good year. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. A lot of people haven't subscribed. And check out some of my merch on my Spreadshop. I got a new design up and I'm really proud of it because I spent time drawing, and it's been a long time. I haven't drawn for a while, and so like seeing a new drawing from me is pretty fun and exciting, and I plan on making more designs too. And so yeah, thanks. I will see you next time. All right, peace out. Like, it's still pretty deep, you know, over here and everywhere I go. So this is still a pretty big challenge. Like, Dave Canterbury has his school in, I believe, Ohio or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's Ohio. Based off my understanding, Ohio doesn't have as much snow as Minnesota does. And so, like, his winters are not like this. Based off of my understanding, like, most of his videos, like during the winter, they look like the fall to me. And so, yeah, it doesn't look like crazy heavy snow. And so his survival course usually revolves around his locations, like geographical, like landscapes and plants and trees and environment and stuff like that. Okay, found the trail. So I have to be very understanding of that also. The stuff that Dave Canterbury teaches does encompass most of survival in most situations. But survival in a winter environment like this is much, much more challenging. I'm not even in a survival situation right now, but I'm exhausted, I'm tired because of the weight that I'm carrying and the lack of preparation that I've had because I didn't bring the proper clothing. The lack of heat and warmth that I have. And hydration in this situation is very important too, even if you're cold. Especially if you're cold, probably. Although my feet are dry, they are getting pretty cold. I don't know how steady my camera is while holding it on the tripod like this. Yeah, this is a lot more work than I thought it'd be. Carrying 30 pounds around like this and my camera and tripod. Definitely out of shape, but I am working towards getting in shape. So I'm going to be doing this every day, or at least 3 times a week, you know, going out here and wearing this backpack, putting more weight on it. Oh, so if you're still sticking around, here's an update on the shed. I have spent time cleaning it out. I bought a bunch of containers to salvage the stuff that I want to keep. I have bags of trash, bags of stuff that the mice ruined with their poop and everything. And I started to sweep, and I'm kind of just scared, you know, but I have swept.
I swept up a lot of the poop. I'm going to be burning like a cabinet or something, or one of the shelves that I have. I'm gonna just make a new one. It's not that big a deal. I'm just going to clear up everything. And mice poop and pee is everywhere. You can see signs of their living quarters. And their living quarters is just filthy. It's just a bunch of like cotton and fabric and paper that they've gathered. And all of that stuff is just like filled with pee and poop, and it's gross. And yeah, I've cleared out a lot of the stuff in the shed. I'm going to be focusing on the loft. And so I'm gonna take down all the rice that has been in my buckets that all of the squirrels have chewed through. And I'm gonna clean out all the stuff on the loft. I have a lot of like stuff up there. I'm gonna take down, I'm gonna throw stuff away. And so yeah, I am making progress, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm doing all of this. My physical space is getting cleaned, and my mental space is clearing up too. So yeah, I am good. Yeah. All right, I'm close to my van, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. All right? Thank you. Peace out.